This is the iSpring pH 100 Reverse Osmosis System. I picked this up from Amazon, and this is what comes in the box. When you initially get this, these filters that come with this are pre-installed, but they are wrapped, and you must take the paper off of these filters. So you'll have to remove all three of these and pull the wrapping off the filters and reinstall them. This is the main water supply tap off. You'll install this on the cold water underneath your sink so you can supply cold water to the RO system. Okay, the cold water is actually on the right side on this side, so we'll shut it off. And okay, and that looks like a 3/8 compression fitting. We'll see if this will. Okay, that is the takeoff valve installed, and the original feed line to the faucet is put back on top. It used to be down here, and there's a shut off here that will feed the RO. So that seems to be working. The water pressure is back on, and there doesn't appear to be any leaks, so that all seemed to work okay. This container here holds the RO membrane, so you'll have to install that. This looks like it's fairly straightforward. So this is the actual RO, and that goes in here. And they give you a tool to snug the cap on. This works for the large filter assemblies and the RO cartridge. This is the stage 1 filter, and here is the intake. The red hose from the takeoff from the cold water under the sink will connect into this fitting. So this fitting will install here. It has O-rings on it, so you shouldn't need any kind of Teflon tape or anything. It should seal on its own. So that'll accept the red hose coming from the sink tap off from the cold water. Again, the outlet of the 3-filter array, there's a fitting, a smaller fitting And that will go into here. Once again, they have O-rings to make this seal, so you shouldn't need any Teflon. Now, this needs to be connected to the short red that goes to this valve assembly. But I'm not going to hook it up right now, because the next step of what they want you to do is to flush these filters for a few minutes, running water just in and then out to your sink or whatever. So I'll do that next. I'll put a temporary hose on the end over here and run water through it. So the red hose is feeding water into these 3 filters, and it's coming out here. And I want you to flush, get all the air out. Let it run for about 5 minutes before continuing on. Okay, after flushing the filters, this short hose is connected to the output of the 3 filter array. Okay, they just have you put a patch over and attach the saddle. Okay, the drain line is plugged into the saddle. They recommend you cut the end off at an angle. I don't think it's a big deal. And that will go into the flow restrictor off the RO cartridge, this thing here. So that should be. This is the faucet that comes with the RO system. You need to drill a hole in the sink or countertop for this to fit. It's a fairly small hole. I think it's 7/16, 11 millimeters. So I have to go through the granite countertop. So I'm using a diamond drill bit. These are available on Amazon. They're very inexpensive. They're for less than $20. You get about 4 or 5 of them. So I'll go ahead with that. Start drilling these at an angle so the bit doesn't walk all over the place. is the faucet view from under the sink. And the connector that goes on there is a push-on. And that will go to the outlet of the alkaline filter. There's the alkaline filter and the connection to the faucet. I'm giving myself a bunch of extra on this connection because I'm going to tee into it later to run water to my fridge, ice maker, and espresso machine. So the storage tank connection gets a couple of wraps of Teflon tape, and a shut-off valve goes onto it. They say put it on tight, but not too tight. I guess it's finger tight. Okay, and there's the connection to the tank. And it also connects over here to the, I think, stage 5 filter. I'm not certain. So I believe that is the last connection. I've drilled some holes into the wall so I can hang the whole assembly off the floor, and it can still pull it down pretty easily. Unfortunately, it eats up just about all the storage space underneath there, but I guess that's how it goes. So for startup, they want the tank ball valve closed and open the supply right there. For any leaks. So far, so good. And I think they want to wait and want you to let it run until you get water out of the faucet. So we'll see what the next step is. Okay, I'm getting water out of the system, and they say to let it run for about 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, and they want you to shut this off. And then open the ball valve tank so the tank can fill up. This will take a couple of hours. Then when it's full, they want you just to dump that tank, let the water run out. And after that, after another fill, you should be in business. So that's basically how it's put together. I don't see any floods or anything, so apparently it seems to be okay.